Alright, we finna react to Tommy G inside of Chicago's massive migrant crisis.
Me llamo Tommy G, estoy en Chicago con los Venezuelans.
$63.20 University.
Wait! Here talking to people, getting their stories. Enjoy this journey. To understand Chicago's migrant crisis, let's first start by covering what has been going on in the country responsible for most of the migrants, Venezuela. For years, Venezuela has been suffering from hyperinflation. It began in the 1980s with double-digit inflation, and in 2019, the Central Bank of Venezuela estimates that inflation reached over 53 million%. Among the list of reasons of why this has happened is rampant government corruption and extreme amounts of money printing. This has resulted in massive shortages of food, medicine, and access to electricity. So, in order to survive, millions of Venezuelans have resorted to fleeing to other countries for a chance at a better life. Places like Colombia, Panama, Peru, and the United States. To get to the United States, migrants have to brave the Darien Gap, where they not only have to contend—
Bro, there's no fucking way. Like, these niggas, like, this shit don't even seem real. Like, look at this shit, bro. This shit don't even seem real. Like, they dead ass just, like, going, like, hikes and shit, like, through jungles and forests and shit. Like, where, like, it's like some weird ass Jumanji shit, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? This shit don't even seem real, bro. Like, look at this, bro. They going through this, like, it's like a trail for these niggas. Like, it don't even seem real.
With snake bites and drowning, but also armed paramilitary groups that prey on migrants. Then they have to pass through the Panamanian jungle on foot and have to survive going through Mexico, where they may be robbed and beaten by both Mexican police and cartel affiliates. And finally— Why are the police beating people? Like, I don't understand that shit. They make it to the U.S. And in places like Texas, government officials have decided to bus migrants to sanctuary cities like New York and Chicago to deal with the issue. Today, we go into the migrant camps, speak to the people, and speak to local residents on how the crisis is affecting their lives.
Wait.
Let me see how this shit is, bro. That's actually crazy, though, if you think about it, bro. Like, imagine you a migrant, you just coming from a state or something, like Mexico or some shit, and then you just like travel all the way. So we're downtown Chicago. This is the nice, fancy area of the downtown. But hidden in plain sight is actually niggas that think that they will help you. The most migrants across the whole city. There are about 1,500 migrants in the Inn of Chicago, and that's going to be our first stop of the day to investigate this story and see what the hell is going on with this migrant crisis that's hitting the country. This is something that a lot of American cities are going to have to contend with. Chicago and New York are in emergency situations. Their budgets are going crazy. They're going to be heavily in debt because of this crisis. We're going to have to figure out how we want to operate as a country. More than 17,000 migrants are currently calling Chicago home and are being housed in places like the O'Hare Airport, police stations, universities, and other temporary shelters, which leads some Chicago residents to wonder why they aren't helping Chicago's homeless in the same way that they're helping Chicago's migrants. Also, just a side note, a migrant is a person that is here on temporary work. I don't even know if the word migrant is the appropriate term for these Venezuelan folks. ¿Y dónde eres?
De Venezuela.
Mucha de la gente que están aquí son de Venezuela, ¿sí?
La mayoría, sí, señor.
¿Qué está ocurrido en Venezuela?
La situación económica, para la familia no hay nada.
¿Fue difícil encontrar un trabajo en Venezuela?
Muy difícil conseguir trabajo en Venezuela.
¿Qué fue tu trabajo antes de la crisis?
Construcción.
¿Qué es tu experiencia en América ahora?
Tengo poco de haber llegado, pero es diferente a lo que uno está acostumbrado a ver, pues.
Yo, this shit's so weird that Tommy G speak Espanol fluently. Like, that shit's so weird to me, bro. I don't know why. It just look weird, bro. Like, he literally speak habla. Nigga, what the fuck, nigga? Like, this nigga is literally him, bro.
Estados Unidos.
Tengo una semana apenas que llegué.
¿Qué quieres ser en tu futuro?
Para poder estar aquí legalmente y conseguir un buen trabajo.
Señor, ¿quieres compartir tu cuenta? Dígame sobre tu viaje Aquí.
Vamos en el tren, pasando la selva.
¿Conoces la bestia?
La bestia, claro. Lo más peligroso fue Monterrey, Reynosa. Te quitan la cantidad de dinero, te matan, te quitan los niños.
El cartel o la policía.
No, los carteles.
¿Sientes
The
más
cartel?
tranquilo ahora en los Estados
Claro,
Unidos? ¿Qué disfruta más sobre Estados Unidos?
Porque hay
The
seguridad.
cartel is crazy as fuck. Who even made that shit? Like, who even made a cartel? Like, that shit is worse than gangs, my nigga. A cartel is worse than a gang, my nigga. Like, that shit is, like, imagine, like, dude, that is actually bad, bro. What the fuck, bro?
Un país seguro.
¿Eres con tu familia aquí?
Sí, tengo mis 2 hijos y mi mujer.
¿Por qué viajas aquí a Estados Unidos?
Vengo de Colombia.
Colombia.
Colombia se está poniendo igual que Venezuela ya. No tenía trabajo, todo se está poniendo caro, no se consigue trabajo.
¿Haces la viaje a la bestia?
Sí, claro.
¿Con tu hija?
Con mi hija. 3 días viajando en la bestia con mi hija y 3 días en la selva del Darién. Con mi hija y mi otro hijo y mi señora.
¿Qué piensas sobre Estados Unidos?
Aquí muy bien, gracias a Dios, todo bien.
Are you a local Chicagoan?
I am not. I am from about an hour away.
Should we continue to be sanctuary cities, or should we say, hey, enough is enough?
We should continue to be a sanctuary city, and instead of complaining about the symptoms of why we have people coming in and what a strain it is on our systems, our resources, our communication, our transportation, we should help the antecedent issues with it. One, help the people find a way to make their countries better. Help the people find a way to assimilate in society, not just coming
Type
into
shit.
the larger cities, but also into different parts of the US and even other countries too.
The biggest holder of the migrants in the city is just down the street. How is it impacting the city right now?
I have some friends who some of the migrants are staying next door to them. They're struggling with that a little bit. One day is empty building, next day there's a community there, and they're complaining about the noise, they're complaining about some of the behavior. Kind of it's a tough situation because you feel sorry for individuals who's trying to make a better life for themselves.
Why his
So it's
beard
like
look
no one's
painted, bro?
fault, but then
Why his
it's not
beard
a
got
good
painted on his
situation for
face or some
anybody.
shit?
This country has a homeless issue. Now you can build tents and find places for people that wasn't here 2 weeks ago. What's this issue that you got homelessness in this country that you can't find money to do?
It looks like they're putting them up in like the fancy
Bro,
hotels
don't they
too.
just
That's
like,
what I
I
thought
don't
was kind of
understand.
interesting. It's
Don't
not
the
like
people make the fucking money? Like, don't you have a whole machine that make money? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just make the fucking money, bitch ass nigga. Like, fuck. Niggas want us to give them the money, bitch. You got the money, nigga. You making it, dumbass nigga. Like, why the fuck they, like, are these niggas sped, bro? Or, like, are they sped? Like, you literally have a machine to make money, and you telling us, for, like, what are you talking about? You have all that money. You have literally all the money in the world. You can just, like, fucking make money, my nigga. What the fuck is you talking about? Cut down trees, make money, little nigga. Damn.
they're putting people in the Super 8 motel.
Well, it's not premier. The location is, but it's like what's available.
These niggas
That
have-
was a hotel that's empty, so it's like, okay.
I know that of the projected city
just
budget, it's
dead ass
supposed to
make
be
that
over
shit, bro.
500 million
Like,
in
literally,
deficit
bro.
next
Yeah.
year.
Niggas
A
dead
third of
ass
it's going to
have
be
a
because
goddamn
of the
factory
migrant
where they make
issue.
money.
Do you think
So
there's
just
going to be
make
more
more money,
awareness or
bitch.
protest in Chicago? Because I see some communities that are fiercely against it.
For them to just sit up here with this crap and we're supposed to listen to it.
I'm the deputy mayor for Immigrant, Migrant, and Refugee Rights.
These decisions need to be brought to the community.
How can you come into a community and dump people in our community? This is not fair.
It's going to destroy our business. It's going to destroy our hopes and dreams.
Some communities that are fiercely for.
We should continue to be a sanctuary city. And
So guys, I think I misspoke. I looked up Chicago residents happy about the migrant shelter
Is that
and
his
could
wife?
only find protest videos. So looks like no one actually in the city is happy about it.
$500 million, that's a lot. Where was that before? Why is this migrant thing all of a sudden
they making the
money is
fucking
falling
money,
out of the tree?
Obviously, there's a crisis at the
It
border.
is falling out of
Governor
trees. Money
Abbott
literally
is shipping
comes out
about
of
40
trees,
or
my
50
nigga.
people
It's
from
dead
Texas
ass. Like,
every
cut
single
down
day.
a
How do
tree
you
and
feel
they
about
make money
Governor
out of that shit.
Abbott doing that?
They can make
It's sort of
like
like,
$1
come
billion
on,
off one
man.
tree.
You know what I
like,
mean? But
damn.
then you say, okay, well, I want you to feel the pain that I'm feeling, right? I understand that, but it seems like that he could be,
but why are you-
he's trying to make it difficult for you versus turn into a more political statement to show you up versus trying to really be helpful.
Do you think Chicago should continue to be a sanctuary city, I should say?
I think it has to be. I run the Chicago Marathon every year. We talk about, oh, you run through all these different ethnic neighborhoods. So one minute we're saying we're this big international city, and then you can't be a big international city and not be welcoming.
Chicago don't even look real to me, bro.
¿Qué está
I can never see myself
ocurrido
just
en
going to
Venezuela
Chicago.
ahora?
You know what I'm
Venezuela está hecho un desastre, ahorita no hay empleo.
Es la falta de gobierno.
Claro.
¿Piensa que Maduro ganó la elección o no?
No. Ellos son los que llevan el control de todo, de máquinas las controlan ellos. Es la única forma que puedan ganar.
¿Qué es tu sueño de un trabajo?
Tener un trabajo estable y estar bien aquí.
¿Tú compras este coche en Estados Unidos?
Sí.
¿Cuánto cuesta?
$3,000. Aquí en Estados Unidos tú trabajas y tienes todo. Carro, moto, casa, todo.
¿Cómo peligroso es este barrio?
Un poco peligroso.
¿Conoces personas que fue robaron?
Sí, robaron.
Catalizador.
Sí, también robaron.
Okay.
A un amigo también.
Escucho que fue robaron.
Se llevaron el catalizador. El carro estaba parado allá frente a la escuela. Se metieron y cortaron.
¿Cómo es tu experiencia en Estados Unidos ahora?
Es un país muy bueno, estable.
¿Qué piensas sobre socialistas y comunistas?
Socialismo resulta ser como un cáncer.
Hola. We come in here? Oh, I thought some of the guys invited us in. I don't know. Chicago is really cutting down on access here. I get it. Me gusta tu Jordans. ¿Cuántas semanas está aquí en Estados Unidos?
1 year, 3 months.
¿Qué es tu experiencia en Estados Unidos?
Una experiencia buena.
Hay algunas personas que están enojados. Ellos dicen, hey, hay personas sin casa que están americanos, veterans de guerreros que no reciben dinero o casas y ellos ven hombres de Venezuela reciben cuartos y más y ellos están enojados. ¿Qué piensas sobre esto?
Solo se ve aquí lo superficial, pero por dentro no saben cómo es por dentro. En un cuarto vemos 30, 20 personas, y una camilla pequeña.
What the fuck is that, like a refugee or some shit? It's technically like a refugee.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Hola.
¿Qué estás cocinando?
Pequeños.
Muy rico y sabroso.
Rico, sabroso.
¿Disfruta tu vida en Estados Unidos?
Sí, trabajando para la familia.
Damn.
Muchas gracias por la comida, muy sabrosa. El señor más guapo en todo de Chicago aquí, ¿eh? ¿Cómo es vida en Chicago?
They cut hair, they making food, they doing mechanic shit. That's that shit I like, you know what I'm saying? Work for that shit. Damn, hold up. And that fade look nice.
40, 35.
No necesito
That's a
un
good ass blend right there,
cortar,
too,
no
hold up.
aquí, pero aquí sí. Mi esposo dice que es un salva aquí.
A Chicago,
Para la película, puedes mudar tu booty como esto. ¿Conoces twerk?
Twerking, yes, but no.
That nigga said, hell no, that nigga
Para
said.
vivir aquí, ¿cuántos dólares por día necesita?
20 la hora, sería bueno.
Tiene un buen día, okay? So guys, this has been very interesting to see. I mean, these people are making the best of their situation. They're making do. They're cooking in the park, they're building community, and they're doing the best they can. So you can't really fault the Venezuelans. We would do the same exact thing in their shoes. And literally everyone we've talked to, all they want to do is be able to work. That's all anyone ever said. No one said, I want a Lamborghini, I want a mansion. Let's continue this journey. Well, Chicago welcome me. How much is this ticket gonna be? $75 ticket.
Eso lo paga YouTube.
$75 ticket, bro? That's like $2 to them, bro. Nigga pay me for that shit instantly, bro.
And just a block away, we got the migrant crisis happening. What is that like, experiencing that in your neighborhood?
I believe that the city of Chicago should have did a little bit more for the residents, but it's like there's no order over here.
Some people are upset because they're saying, you know what, there's a lot of Americans here that need help. We have some really tough neighborhoods, we have veterans, we have homeless that we're not really taking care of. But hey, brand new people that just got here from Venezuela, put them up in a hotel, put them up here. What are your thoughts on that?
I work for the Department of Children and Family Services, and I see the homeless crisis happening in Chicago. In the wintertime, we're passing out blankets, but not trying to get into a heated place. I believe that the funds that's been spent for the migrants should have been spent for the residents here, stabilize them, and then move on to helping others.
So they say Chicago's going to be over $500,000 in debt, and a third of that issue is going to be because of the migrant crisis. What does that make you think?
The taxpayers.
Yeah.
One thing, I didn't support Trump, but I did support he wasn't bringing over Moors to the United States of America.
Should Chicago remain a sanctuary city?
I think that we should remain a sanctuary city under certain terms and laws, but not just busing 15,000 people over a day and no place to put them.
How has the Venezuelan crisis impacted your life? They're right over there. There's hundreds of them. How has it impacted?
Anybody come into your house and say F with you in your skin?
Is that what they're doing?
I'm talking about right here. It's cool if you knew me, right?
Yeah.
But you don't know me,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's kind of awkward, yeah.
Do you think Chicago should still be a sanctuary city?
Oh, it always is a sanctuary city.
Do you want more people to come in?
They ain't got a problem them coming. It's you staying without you paying.
When you see the Chicago government handing out tons of money,
he just changed his voice with you in your skin.
Is that what they're doing?
I'm talking about right here. It's cool if you knew me, right?
Yeah.
But you don't know me,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's kind of awkward, yeah.
Do you think Chicago should still be a sanctuary city?
Oh, it always is a sanctuary
city.
What the
fuck?
They got a problem them coming.
What the fuck?
Staying without you paying.
When you see the Chicago government handing out tons of money, hundreds of millions of dollars to the migrants, but then we have our homeless, we have our tough neighborhood, we have our veterans, what does that make you feel?
Where the money going?
Just down the street, there's hundreds of migrants. Across the city, there's thousands of migrants. How has it impacted your life as a Chicago resident?
It hasn't affected me though. I don't have no problem with it, you know.
Are you glad that Chicago is a sanctuary city?
Yeah.
So Governor Abbott from Texas, he's been sending migrants that arrive there. He's been sending 40 or 50 of them at a time in a bus, and now it's built up to thousands of migrants. What is your message if you could talk to Governor Abbott?
What you do for others, you should do for everybody. I believe that everybody needs help.
The next president runs goes on a platform of closing down our borders. Would doing that make you want to vote for him?
Nah, that wouldn't make me vote for him though.
All right, folks, we brought you an inside look to the Chicago migrant crisis. Thank you for watching, and as always, love you. See you next week.
All right, man. W video about Tommy G. W video about Tommy G. You know what I'm saying?
You said